Good morning, everyone. I'm Anthony Indelicato, Chief of Staff and Collaborative Communities here in Fort Bend ISD. And what a great way to start our morning. That's an amazing song. Gets us all pumped up and excited. We are so excited for this event today and for all of you to be a part of this family engagement, fun learning opportunity. So again, welcome everyone. The overall goal of our family university, our Family U, is simply family engagement, to provide an opportunity for the entire family to learn together at a free event. I want to thank our vendors who have provided all the necessary supplies. We have multiple sessions for our families to enjoy today. We have about 135 families participating, which is awesome. I also want to thank our extended learning leadership for putting this together. They're so creative, especially Miss Diane. They're wonderful. So what I'm most thrilled about today is that families learning together, you are modeling our profile of a graduate attribute of lifelong learning. So thank you for modeling this. I would like to close my opening this morning with a quote. This is from a current NBA player who's a borderline superstar who many thought would never even play in the NBA, that he wasn't good enough. His quote is, "You've never arrived. You are always becoming." So parents, thank you for being a part of this. You are modeling that even as an adult, we have never arrived. We are always striving to learn and be the best version of ourselves. Again, by modeling our profile of graduate attribute of lifelong learning. So thank you for modeling this for our students and for your children. Everyone, I want you to have an amazing day today. Enjoy, have fun, and I'm going to turn it back over to our extending learning staff. Thank you.
All right. So thank you, Dr. Indelicato. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Family University this morning. My name is Kelly Keegan, and I'm the Director of Extended Learning, and we are very excited to have you with us today. Family U was made possible from a grant that our department received from the Fort Bend Education Foundation. When the plan was proposed and the grant was awarded, it was intended to be an in-person, day-long event where children and parents would take enrichment classes and learn something new together. But obviously, due to the events over the past year, we have had to transition that same idea to a virtual event that families could do at home. We are excited for you to take part in these classes with our vendors that we collaborate with throughout the whole year. We are very thankful to our vendors for their partnership throughout this whole process to create this unique opportunity for our families. In the supply bags that you received for today, there was a flyer about Extended Learning's upcoming spring break camp, as well as our website information and contact information for our department. I encourage you to check out the website for all of the programs that we offer in Fort Bend ISD. We have our before and after school program, our summer camp, as well as our community education and success zone classes. So please feel free to check it out. I now want to turn it over to Ms. Diane Shong, our Assistant Director of Community Education, who made this event possible today. And I want to thank you again for joining us, and I hope that you enjoy the day.
Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see all of your smiling faces. My name is Ms. Diane Shong, and I am the Assistant Director for our Community Education Program. So usually throughout the year, what we do is we work with over 40 vendors to bring the community different enrichment classes, not only for our students, but also for our parents and outside community members. And so for this event, what we've done is we've actually invited 7 of our Success Zone vendors to provide you guys some really, really neat classes. We've been working on this for several months now, and I know that the instructors are really excited to meet you guys. And so all of the kits that you guys received is everything that you're going to need for your class. Okay, so make sure that if you don't already have that out, make sure that you guys get that. So we have with us today Challenge Island, Coder Kids, Cook, Learn, Grow, Mad Science, Mosaics will be with Miss Ria. We have Shine Music and Dance and Young Rembrandts. And so when you go into the classes, this will actually give you a snapshot of what you would expect or what you can expect if you were to enroll in any of our classes, okay, for our Success Zone. We have started, or actually we will be starting classes next week. So if you're interested, please feel free to give me send me an email. Your parents have my contact information, so let your parents know. What we're going to do is in the fall semester, we'll have new classes available, same vendors, but usually the curriculum and the activities vary semester by semester. So if you happen to like, for example, Challenge Island, just know that if you take it in the fall, it'll be different from the spring semester, okay? And parents, we did not forget about you. We have classes for our adults as well. And even if there are any grandmas and grandpas out there, we even have classes for you as well, okay? In the fall semester, please be on the lookout for our catalog. We have a variety of classes that we are currently working on, and so be on the lookout for that. And so now what we're going to do, I'll just kind of explain how your day will work out, okay? So in here in a little bit, I'm gonna ask you to leave this meeting. I've already put in the chat, so parents, I've already put in the chat, if you don't already have your schedule, you can log back into your Easy ComEd account. And on there, it will show you all the different classes that you all enrolled for. So the first class will start at 9:15. Please make sure that you follow the schedule that you had enrolled for, just because there is a capacity for each session, okay? But I went ahead and sent you all of the links for all the classes just in case. So it will be from 9:15 to 10:05. And then your second class will be from 10:15 to 11:05. And then again from 11:15 to 12:05. Okay, so I got a chance to meet several of you throughout the process and have met your moms and your dads as they were picking up. So kids, I hope you guys have a really, really good time this morning. I actually have my boys with me, and so we're gonna be joining you guys as well. So if there are there any questions out there? No? Okay. Parents, if you can just make sure that when your students log into their classes, please make sure that you're on mute, just like you are now. So give yourselves a pat on the back. Then unless the instructor, I know that there are some classes that will probably ask for participation and things like that. And so please make sure that you're on mute so that that way everybody can hear. I do see in the chat, parents were asking, where can I find my classes? If you click on the link that is provided in the chat where it starts with Easy ComEd, click on that link and then you'll log into your account. Your account should be your email address, the account holder's email address, and then the password. Okay, I have several that are asking if, okay, so if it isn't a link, go ahead and you can go to our website. It's www.fortbendisd.com/community-ed. On the right-hand side, you will see participant login, okay, or Easy ComEd. Click on that, and then from there, you should be able to put in your account and password. And some parents, if you haven't, oh, thank you, Ms. Kelly. She already put the link on there for us. Okay, so again, I'd like to thank all of our vendors. We had a committee that was able to help us put everything together. So thank you to our Family U committee. And of course, the Fort Bend Education Foundation for making this possible. All right, so that's all that I have. We are going to leave this chat And this link open, just in case you guys have any questions, you can just hop back on here, and then I will be here to answer any questions, or if you have any issues getting into any of your classes, okay? All right, have fun, everybody. Bye.
Let us get to the presentation. Okay, so you don't have to have this up, but I sent everybody the link so you could follow along if you want to. Anyway, yeah, let's just get through. Let's get to it, not through it. I mean, I guess we're gonna get through it too. So what are we gonna do today? So number one, we are going to create your very own video game. Okay, that is what we're going to do. Also, feel free to comment this entire time in the text. I will also put my, let's see. I wonder if I can put my phone number in the text here, and you can also text me if you want. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and put my phone number in here. If you want to text me, this is the official Coder Kids phone number. This is not my cell phone, but I am able to text with this. So that is my phone number. If you want to text me, you can do that. If you want to message in the chat, you can do that as well. So that's just an option. It's just an option for you. I am going to put the text over there so I can text from my my keyboard. But let's keep going, eh? So you're going to create your very own video game. You'll get to own it. You get to keep it forever if you create a Scratch account later. And you'll also learn how to code. And you'll learn cool things about coders and people who do that for a living. So let's get to it. So number one, that's me when I had hair before the coronavirus. So very pretty, of course. Not quite as beautiful and stunning as my wife, but you know, you take what you can get. We already talked about the best thing for 2020, and you know, feel free, type what's your favorite Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, whatever, or your favorite video game. What's your favorite show been recently? I've definitely been loving some Mandalorian. Am I right, guys? I love Mandalorian, and then also WandaVision. So big deal. I love it, but we're gonna get through it because our class, I believe, it ends at 9:50. So I want to make sure. I want to make sure. Well, it looks like 10:05. Okay, well, it looks like it ends at 10:05. Still, I want to make sure that everybody has time to do the project and really just get everything out of it, right? So, okay, Green Ender Gaming says WandaVision, definitely. I've been loving that stuff. I did not watch the episode last night. Do not spoil it. We do not spoil things for each other. We love each other, okay? That's what we do. That's our culture here at Coder Kids. So let's talk about what coding is, why it's important for the future. So number one, the great thing about coding is it's a bunch of fun. It's got this positive feedback loop where you can make video games, animations. You can share your projects with your friends. Lots of stuff. Lots of cool stuff. Nick says Babysitter's Club. Ava says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Green Ender Gaming says Minecraft. I'm assuming you meant to say Minecraft. But, you know, we actually do have a public Minecraft server if you want to join later. But we'll get back to it. So why is coding important for the future? It's about money. It's about jobs. The great thing about money is you can pay for food for a family and pay for rent and all those boring things when you're an adult that you've got to pay for. Just you can look over at your mom, look over at your dad and say, Mom, Dad, what do you have to pay for? And they will tell you a very, very long list of things that has to be paid for. And it doesn't pay for itself. So, you know, far off in the future, if you want to be a computer programmer, it's a great gig. The median pay, that's like kind of the average for computer programmers, is $86,000, $550. Ninjago, Super Mario Party, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe are also awesome video games. Indeed. Ninjago is a movie, right? It's like movie and Legos and also other stuff. So, and yeah, and it's fun because you can create your own video games, and then not only all of these cool things, but coding really helps you learn to think. So, cool stuff. Cool stuff. So, how many? I believe that's in the nation. Hung when? That's going to be the answer. I think that's median pay in the nation. Last I checked, could be, and that might have changed in 2020. Might have gone up actually. I'm not sure. So let's talk about it. How many computers do you think you have around you right now? So I'm gonna take 1 minute. 1 minute, and we're gonna do a countdown again, and you are going to try to count how many computers are around you. Ready, set, go. All right, you guys can still hear me, probably. Okay. How many computers do you have around you right now? Start counting them. Guess what? Watches count as computers. Computers count as computers. Go figure. Tablets count as computers. Phones count as computers. If any of you older citizens have a pacemaker, that counts as a computer. What else counts? The refrigerator? Maybe. Depends on the kind of refrigerator. All right. Is it Gemma or Gemma? All right. That is a minute. Everybody, type in the chat how many computers you have around you. So I will tell you. These things count. I'm gonna turn down the music just a little bit. I will tell you how many things count for computers. All right. These headphones actually have a microchip inside. These count as a computer. My Apple Watch counts as a computer. My phone counts as a computer. I have a tablet over here. That counts as a computer. I have a desktop computer. Obviously counts as a computer. Believe it or not, these monitors, I have 3 monitors. This one, and that one. They all count as computers. Why? Because they all have microchips inside. So each of those counts as a computer. I've got a laptop over there. Like, we're a computer company. We have a lot of tech, right? So I'm not trying to flex on anybody, but we just have a lot in here. But also, think about this. A lot of LED lights each count as a computer. Like a regular light bulb wouldn't, because it doesn't have like input, output. It doesn't have code necessarily. But I have LED light bulbs, so a lot of those count as computers. I've got smart switches. I've got a smart switch on my wall. So if I say, Alexa, turn on office fan. See that light that just came on? So there's a computer that does that. There's an Alexa device here. Alexa, turn office fan off. Alexa, turn office fan off. Okay, my bad there. Needless to say, lots of computers. 21. Chris says 21. I believe it. There's so much computers. Okay, these are some more. There are even more computers. It's crazy. A router. Oh goodness, I even forgot some. My Steam controller. If you got like a Xbox controller, this counts as a computer. This is a little peripheral. Oh, it's kind of green, so it's like getting green screened out. But lots of cool stuff. I got a Roku under here. Yeah, just like lots. Well, then that count is like up to 40 with the lights. Jaden, that's a lot, right? So if you think about it, all of these devices need code to work, right? All of these devices need code to work. Let me go ahead and go back to screen sharing. Oh, wow. He's way bigger than me now. Look at that. So all of these devices need code to work. Every single last one of them. I think I want to go back to the last screen. So these are, Xbox, PlayStation, dishwasher, just a lot. Most microwaves. It's just a lot of stuff. So let's actually get into the activity, okay? So depending on who you are, then that will kind of determine who gets to do what. All right. So, kids, you get to be the one that codes. Okay. So if you have multiple laptops that you can code on, great. If not, that's okay. You guys can kind of take turns. Adults, you're going to be kind of the ones that are checking the code. You are going to be just like helpers, like switching between windows and helping with ideas. And then brothers and sisters, again, you can be coders yourselves or idea givers, okay? So everyone is supposed to work collaboratively on this thing. Everybody's supposed to be learning. And you can, here's the thing, I'm going to be showing you like a basic example of what the project might look like, but at the end of the day, it is up to you to decide what you want it to look like. So, and you'll be able to share that with me. I'd love to be able to see what y'all are creating in real time. So, other people can like find images to upload and soundtracks and cool things like that. Okay. Whoops. Here, you can see like the bottom here says, "What do you think would look cool?" All right. So that's a question you can ask yourself. Whoop. There went the green screen. You saw a little bit of my snake plant down there. Good times. All right, so let's make sure that we're in the right place. So let's get started. So you're going to open your web browser, Chrome, Brave, Edge, Firefox, whatever, Internet Explorer, if you have it. Go to scratch.mit.edu. I think you could just like click on this link and it'll take you there. But scratch.mit.edu. If you have any questions, just like click on Scratch. Jenny, we're getting to coding the game right now. As soon as you get there, bada bing, bada boom, you are going to click on create. Okay, you're going to click create on the top left corner. So again, I'm gonna go to Scratch right here, and I'm gonna click create right there. That's what you're gonna click on. All right. So everybody, give me thumbs up in the chat if they're there. Okay, we're just gonna wait just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna click on create. Okay, show you all a good example. It should look like this. You should see this this cat. His name is Scratch. Also, by the way, that's not confusing. I'm gonna go ahead and delete him. I'm gonna smash that trash can. Boom, he's gone. Sorry, bud. Sorry. So that's the first thing you're going to do. We're going to call this a clicker game. At the top, you can go ahead and type that. All right. I really don't know still if it's Gemma or Gemma. Hung. I'm not sure how you would type that out differently either. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move my video to the other side here, so you can see some more of the Sprite area. That's going to be important later on. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started here. So again, remember scratch.mit.edu. At the very top, you can kind of see that. You can just search Scratch on Google and it'll come up. Again, then you click on create in that top left-hand side right here. Boom. And then it'll take you to this project page. And then again, delete that cat with the trash can. Okay, now we're going to really get started for reals. Have I said real enough? Then you're going to name your project, which we just did. Then you are going to need to add a sprite that you will click on that will give you gold or money or points or whatever. Okay, so let's get that money. So if you click on the cat in the bottom right-hand corner, that is going to allow you to choose a sprite. Soft G. Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. If you do not have a sign-in, it won't let you name the project. After we're done today, I would highly recommend creating an account. It's free. You literally cannot spend money. So you can do that later for sure. But right now, I want to make sure that we jump into actually the game creation. I don't want to promise and not deliver, right? We gotta deliver the goods. So you're going to go ahead, click on a sprite. You also have the option of painting your own, but for now, we're just going to choose one. Now you can choose, like, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Anybody here? The mermaid, the microphone, the milk, anthropomorphized milk, or this octopus. That's a lot of fun. But we're going to try to be making money. So I'm thinking that I'm thinking we go for the rocks. Okay, what do you guys vote? I need you to type in the chat, of these, which one should I add as my sprite? You get to decide. Type in the chat which sprite I should choose, and I will choose it. I won't even ask. I will just say yes. Yes, sir. All right, I'm just waiting. We're going to go ahead and crack open a bubbly here. Ooh, that sound. It's refreshing. At least that's what all the Mountain Dew commercials told me when I was a kid. Giga. All right. Ava got it. All right. Ava. I am absolutely... Okay, what on earth? I'll just search Giga. I don't know where he is. There we go. We're going to go regular Giga. All right. My man. Let's see. What's the next step? Now we need to create a variable. I have too many tabs open here. There we go. Okay. Now once you've created a sprite, you can make them any size you want. You can make them like super huge. You can put them on a diet. Make them super small. Itty bitty tiny Giga. Let's go. Let's go with 100 again. Okay, now we're going to create a variable. This is the first coding step that we're going to be doing. This is super, super duper important. Choose the heart face. Like this one. Hey, Incentum. Glad you could join. Is there a panther here? Oh, okay. I'm gonna add the panther as well, just for funsies. We're just gonna put the panther in the corner here. Oh, that's too small. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, click on Giga. Then we're gonna go all the way down to this orange one where it says variables. Let me see if I can point on it with the camera. Right there. You see that? Boom, 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 boom. Variables. Then you're going to click on make a variable. You see that? Oh, my camera doesn't go all the way up there, but it's up there. You see it? Right here. Make a variable. When you click on that, it's going to say, excuse me, new variable name. Okay, so we're going to give it a name. What does Giga provide? I'm going to say like, I don't know, like electricity? Like Giga is like gigawatts, right? That doesn't make any sense. We're just going to call them Giga Points. Just because. We're just going to leave it to all sprites. Okay, so up here it should say Giga Point 0. And if you click on it, it'll kind of go into different versions. So at this point, you're going to have this. And you're going to want to drag in change Giga Points by 1. Okay, so make sure you do that. Change Giga Points by 1, not set. You're not going to want to drag in set yet. Oh, why not? Drag it in. So you should have set Giga Points to 0 and change Giga Points by 1. You should just have these two coding blocks just kind of floating out in the universe. Okay. Ava says fire. I don't know. You want me to add like a fire sprite? There's not a fire sprite. I'm not sure what you mean, Ava. That's right. So here we are. We've got, oh, like fire points maybe? We're going to leave it as gigapoints, just for clarity. So everyone, you can create what kind of, the variable could literally be called peanut butter. I don't care. It could be called, it could be called Nikes. Like, I don't care. It could be anything. It could be bald boys. That's me. I'm a bald boy. Anything you want. Once we're to this point, we're going to click on events. So you are going, so like, I just have to tell you everything in Scratch starts with an event. Okay. If you want something to happen, it has to have a trigger. It has to have something that like makes something else do something. It's the start. It's the beginning. So we're going to drag in when the green flag is clicked. What green flag, you ask? Is right here. It's right here. I wonder if I can turn on like, no. Anyway. Oh, you know what I have? I think I have a it's like a custom cursor thing. I can make my cursor bigger. I was thinking like maybe that would help. Maybe I don't. I don't have the cursor thing. All right, you're gonna have to deal with my small mouse for now. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna click these together. You see how like there's this little silhouette when it goes up there? It's like right like that. So you're gonna just click it in. It's just like a Lego. And then, so even if I drag this to the slider mode and I drag it up to like 100, if I click the green flag, it's going to set it to 0. Watch, boom. It's kind of magic, Now I want a different trigger though. So when the sprite is clicked, change gigapoints by 1. So this is giga and the code is on giga. Does that make sense? If giga is a book, this is what's written on the pages. I'm just going to blow this up super big so you can see exactly what I'm doing. When the green flag is clicked, set gigapoints to 0. When the sprite is clicked, change gigapoints to 1 by 1. By 1, not 2, 1. So if I click on the giga right now, look at this. Those points just keep cranking up. They keep cranking. So now, I mean, we have basically a clicker game right now. It's pretty easy. It's also pretty boring. So we want to make sure to make it more, as they say in Russian, интересно. Interesting. So, you should make sure that you have these two things and that it works. Okay? So first off, have a variable, have the change gigapoints by 1, and set gigapoints to 0 underneath the green flag. That allows it, basically, when you start the game over again, you'll start with 0 points. And when you click on giga, you'll get points. Okay, it's going to be a lot more interesting from here on out, but this is the basic fundamentals of the project. All right, we are going to keep going. We're going to keep blazing on. Want to make sure that everyone has time. Okay, let's go to the next slide here. We're going to pick a backdrop. Feel like Bob Ross. And down at the bottom right, we're going to click choose a backdrop. Now this is a beautiful backdrop. Now you can choose whatever you want, right? Could be a colorful city, desert, farm, hall. All right, type in the chat, which backdrop do you think I should choose? Ready, set, go. First person to type it, I will choose it. No questions asked. This is your project. If anybody's curious, I love strawberries. It's strawberry flavored. It's fake, you know. It's just fake strawberry, but it's good. Sparkling water. Ooh, Night City. Where's that at? Is there Night? Oh, okay. Wait, there's this Night City or the other one? All right, we'll do Night City. Which the panther kind of like. He's like in the background. Watch out. He's going to pounce on you. Anytime, any moment. Death by panther. Wakanda forever. Right? You guys know that reference? All right. The colorful city? Let me see. Oh, yeah, there are these two cities in the colorful city. You said heart. Oh, dang, yeah. Look at that. We'll switch between them. So that's cool. So now let's go to the next part. So everybody should have a backdrop at this point too. All right. Let's go pick a sprite. Okay. So we did. Good job. Now we need to code for the money making sprite or the point getting sprite. We already did this. So good job. Good job. Again, if you need help, just go back to the PowerPoint. I'll show you exactly how to do it. And then, and I'm demonstrating with a GIF here. Obviously, if you are clicking the green flag, it should bring the variable back down to 0. Right? Okay, good job. Now you did it. You created your very first game. Unfortunately, it's Ooh, wow. Ooh. I tried to roll the R's. That didn't work very well. It's incredibly boring. So let's make it a little bit interesting. This is where brothers, sisters, moms, and dads come in. So if you have fallen asleep, shame on you. Wake up. Join the fun. Let's talk about how to make this game heck more fun, right? As I showed you before in this game, oh goodness, why is it so large? As I showed you in this game, this has a lot of moving parts. You see how like the grass appears in like random areas, but it doesn't appear on the path. There's some complicated stuff in here. Let me just show you the inside of this project. Okay, I want to show you how complicated things can get, okay? Just look look at this, all right? So this took me about 7 hours, but there is a lot of code in here. Okay, that is very complicated. And what I've shown you is only the most basic coding ever, right? But there's some meaty stuff, some more stuff that you can learn, right? Lots and lots of code. Let's just forget about that for now. I'll show you how to do a couple of those, okay? So let's make things a little bit interesting. Now, every time, Anant, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a lot of code. And we at Coder Kids will teach you how to be a lot smarter and gain those skills if you want to, go further and deeper. So let's jump over to costumes, and you can see that Giga has several costumes, right? So let's say every time that you click on Giga, it does a couple of things. Not just gives you a point. Let's say it switches costumes. So you're going to go over here to looks. Look now, looks isn't what matters, but it does matter in Scratch. So if you go to looks and you click next backdrop, watch what happens. Every time I click on Giga, now the backdrop changes. If that doesn't give you a seizure, I don't know what will. I'll probably not do that one, right? So I think what we're going to do is change to next costume. So every time you click Giga, Giga changes. And it looks like Giga is eating just a massive amount of invisible food. Am I right? Oh dear. You know what? Let's actually give him some food to eat. All right. Again, you can make your projects look however you want. If you and you can make it themed based on whatever's there. So like a panther, let me just look at the panther really quick. So the panther's like either like on the prowl or like just chilling. I can't tell which. The panther's like judging you, it looks like. I feel like that's what a panther would look like if it were judging me. And then this is like what the panther would look like normally. But you can cause them to like do flips, whatever. It just depends on what your thing is. But for Giga, I think we're going to make Giga eat food. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this one. So I have the original. So I just right clicked on that and I click duplicate if that's what you want to do. Okay, now I'm going to work with this duplicate. Okay. And look, I'm going to be honest. It looks like Giga, he's eating a big fat donut. Am I right? Am I right, people? So let's go ahead. And let's draw a delicious, goodness gracious. I'm sorry for those who are gluten-free. I apologize to your soul. But right now, we're making a donut. And this black line is a little bit too thick. So we're going to have to go ahead and make it a little bit more thin. You see, that looks a little bit better. And so that's going to be like the outside of our donut. I just used the circle tool. So I duplicated Giga C. Just the one I'm working on. So if I mess up, I can always go back to like the original, right? So here I am with this donut right there, bada bing. And I'm going to zoom in on it so that way I make sure it's really good. Use this zoom in tool at the bottom. And then I'm going to draw another circle, but this time I want the fill to be like blank. So if you want the fill to be blank, you use the red slash. That means blank on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh. I'm not sure that worked because there's still the thing behind it. So that didn't work. So I'm going to click the back arrow. And I am going to see if I can... Man, what am I going to do there? I think I'm just going to have to use the eraser tool, but I'm going to have to shrink it way, 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 way down. Okay. All right, so we're just going to like erase out the middle, which is, I assume, that's what bakers do when they're baking donuts, right? They just like bake a little bun, and then they just like, they'll take a bite out of the middle, right? Moms and dad, that's what happened. That's what happens at Shipley's behind closed doors. Oh my goodness, this looks like a turd sandwich. I apologize. Oh goodness gracious. I don't know. Does that look more like a UFO or a donut, people? Oh, it is hard to tell. I apologize. Let's see if we can make it a little bit bigger. And you know what? Why not? I'm gonna give it some sprinkles. Let's do some red sprinkles. I'm just going to just use the line tool here because sprinkles are like perfect lines, right? Goodness gracious, this thing looks more like a spaghetti-o. Goodness gracious. I apologize. I just keep apologizing. All right, we're gonna do some red sprinkles, and then you can change the colors around. White is like when the saturation goes to 0. That's how you get white. If you want. Because white is kind of devoid of all other colors, something like that. And you know what? Because we're patriotic Americans, we are going to go with blue. We'll do red, white, and blue sprinkles. Why not? Why not? I suppose if we were patriotic Russians or patriotic French people, it'd also be red, white, and blue. So like, it's not like it's not like red, white, and blue are America exclusive. We'll just say that. This is a very patriotic donut. So if you get, diabetes from this, it'll only be the patriotic form of diabetes. All right, I'm just making lots of fun. Okay. These are the jokes, people. Okay, so there is this. Oh man. It's a flying it doesn't just the hole in the hole in the middle is too big these days. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drag. Oh, look at that. So if you click on this, the reshape tool, it's the reshape tool. If you mess up, you can always go back to the reshape tool and click on it, and it'll show you different little, goodness, I'm going to have to zoom in really close for you to be able to see this. But these little dots, and you can click on them, and you can click delete on them, and it'll get rid of them if you want it to be smoother. So see in this area, like it looks like I chomped it. Now it looks smoother, right? And you can move these things. So, and like you can move these arms too. So if you want to make it look like smooth and whatnot. Yeah? So you see, like I'm making it look more like a donut and less like a crazy misshapen spaghetti-o. I'm doing my best, people. Doing my best. I'm not a donut artist. Please don't sue me for bad donuts. Yeah, the fill tool is weird. You can draw in vector mode. That's a great question. The fill tool is weird, but this is what I'm doing for now. Okay, I think this looks like more like a donut. The only problem now is I've got like a ton of sprinkles that are like randomly located that are like not here. So I'm going to just drag some over, kind of fill in the space. Now, if you're drawing in the vector format, you can just kind of drag things in after the fact. And you can do that with this tool or with this tool. So now the sprinkles are like a little bit more like evenly spread along the surface. Okay. You did not come to learn how to do a donut today, so let's get back to this animation here. Okay, again, there are better donut artists out there. Shout out to donut artists everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and delete this Giga C. And let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and select this whole thing. So like, see the whole thing moves. Watch what happens if I like don't select one of these little things. You just get like 2 sprinkles by themselves. So that's not fun. So if we select everything, you can also click group so that like even if you click off, it'll always stay as a group. So the group tool is up there and the ungroup tool is there too. So if you want to like later ungroup it, you can do that. But group puts everything all together. Now I'm going to make sure that Giga has the donut right in front of his face. And maybe shrink it. All of the beautiful art goes into a tiny, tiny donut. So there we go. There it is. So now watch what happens. Let's go back to, I'm going to like actually increase Giga to like the 200 size. And let's make Giga. Yeah, you just click and drag the donut. For me, I had to group it so I could drag just the donut. So I selected it all, I clicked group, and then I was able to drag the whole thing just by clicking on it and dragging it with the select tool. So now if we go into the project, if you click on him, he looks like he's got a donut and he eats it. He doesn't look very happy when he eats it though. That's too bad. So maybe I should make him, maybe I should just delete the costume where he's like where he's like frowning. We'll just delete it. So now when you go back, let's click save. Oh yeah, he's just eating donuts. Let's go. All right, he's had enough to eat. So, oh, oh, that was an accident. I accidentally drug his head. Let's not do that. Please don't drag his head off. I guess you can do that. Free country, but would not recommend it. So let's talk about, you can see that now there's something here. Let's do something a little bit more complicated though. So in the code, so we worked a little bit with animations. So Chris, if you select the whole thing, like this donut. So if you go in here, actually, if you duplicate, I just want to duplicate it. Okay, so let me zoom way in so you can see what I'm talking about. So if you select it and you click ungroup, then stuff's ungrouped. Like everything is like only like what you select. Does that make sense? But if but that you can only ungroup if you have first grouped. So yeah, I'm not sure if that makes sense. You'll have to play around with it. Rip Giga. Truer words never spoken. So you don't need to ungroup, but you can if you want to. So I'm going to delete this. Now I want to show you how to change backdrops, but with a little bit more complicated. I want to show you an if-then or like a sensing variable. So we're going to go to events, drag in when the green flag is clicked. And I'll go ahead and leave the code up here, but I'll just show you. When the green flag is clicked, we're going to put a forever loop in here, which basically means that something is going to check forever and ever and ever and ever and ever if it's there. Okay. And that is, oh, this would be a little bit seizure inducing. You ready? It's going to constantly change the backdrop. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're going to put an if-then statement in here. Okay, this is so important. And I'll describe what this is. So basically, for instance, something my mom always used to tell me was like, look, if it's 5 p.m., then come inside, wash your hands and sit down for dinner. But if it's not 5 p.m., then stay out of the kitchen, right? And so that was like a rule my mom had, so that you're basically just creating rules for the computer. You are the boss, and you are telling the computer what to do. Okay? It's beautiful. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go to this blue sensing tab, and we are going to say if, oh, no, we're not. We're actually going to go to the operators tab. So there's a little bit of math in here. So drag this greater than, less than sign in. Okay. So you can set this number to whatever you want. Just for like, I'm just gonna, well, actually, you can choose greater than, or you can choose equal to. I'm changing my mind. We're going to do with equal to. Okay. I'm going to say 10. Okay. So then we're going to go down to variables, and we're going to say if gigapoints equals 10, then I am going to say switch backdrop to hearts. Okay. So I'm going to wait for you guys to have that. Now, it's only going to show backdrops that you have. It's only going to show backdrops that you have. So basically, again, what this is doing, so watch what happens when I click on Giga, and Giga gets 10 points. It goes to Night City with Street, because that's what I selected. But watch what happens. If I select Hearts, then it goes to Hearts. If I select Backdrop 1, which is just boring white, then that's what it goes to, okay? Watch what happens. This is the magic part. Pay close attention. Okay, if I right-click on here, or I do a 2-finger click on a laptop, however you do a right-click, and you click duplicate, watch what happens. Boom, it duplicates it. So if you say if gigapoints equals 20, then, so it's going to just start on backdrop number 1, right? But let's say if you have 10 points, it goes to Night City with Street. But then if you get 20 points, then it goes to Hearts. Okay. So now you click on the green flag to start over. Whoops. Oh, let me try this. Let me go to backdrops, and let me just select like blue sky, and then go back to the code for Giga. And we're going to say when the green flag is clicked, we are going to switch backdrop to blue sky 2. So no matter what happens, it's always going to start at blue sky 2, or whatever you choose. And then forever, it will constantly watch, and it'll wait for you to get 10 points. And then watch what happens. Boom. Then watch what happens at 20 points. Boom, heart. So you have this progression, right? You have basically levels that you built into your game now. Does anybody have any questions? Please put them in the chat. Please feel free to put those in the chat. I just want to leave this code up here so I'm not messing anyone up. So you'll notice that this loop, though, it just kind of, it automatically adjusts to whatever's inside of it. You see that? If I click duplicate on Oh, you still can't ungroup? I don't know what to tell you. Look, you don't need to ungroup. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good question, Jaden. Yeah, so how do you add a delay? Excellent question. So you want to go to control and just wait 1 second, or wait half a second, or wait like a quarter of a second. So that's how you do it. Does that make sense, Jaden? That's how you add one. That's really smart, actually. That's a smart question. 10 points for Gryffindor. If Jaden, if you're part of Gryffindor, if you're not, then 10 points to Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, whatever party you choose to be a part of. Am I right? All right, everybody. If you have a Scratch account, if you have a Scratch account, awesome. If you don't, you can set one up and share your project with me. So if you want to share your project with me, I would love it. You can post it in the chat. Just post the link in the chat. I'd be more than happy to look at your project and show your project on the screen for everybody if you want to show it off. But I think you have to verify your email. So it might not be possible, but if you want to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this again, and I'm going to just pop that in, zoom out just a little bit, and I'm going to change this one to 30 and this one to 40, and I'm going to add some more backdrops. So I'm going to add the jungle, I'm going to add, castle, and so I'll just choose jungle and castle. And look, y'all's can be way cooler. Anon, you get the link to share by creating a Scratch account. And then once you've created a Scratch account, by verifying your email, which means your mom would go into their email and they would just click verify. You just click on that link to verify it, and then you can click on this orange share button at the top. And now that I've clicked that share button on the top, anybody with this link can find it, or if they type it in. So we'll just say Fort Bend Clicker 1. So now if you search Fort Bend Clicker 1, this one will come up. And I'm Speedy Thor, so you can always follow my profile as well. But perfect. Well, look, we've got 3 minutes left. If you have any questions, let me know, and I can answer them right now. Oh, goodness. Why did I navigate away? There we go. If you have any questions, let me know so that I can answer them. At Coder Kids, we constantly teach you how to code, build your own Roblox games, build your own Scratch games, play Minecraft, play Fortnite together. We do a lot. And I want to get you as much information as you can to be able to make your own games and have a ton of fun and really take this into a career if you want to take it into a career. So we are pretty serious about it. Now, if you do want to add sounds, that's something I didn't necessarily add. You can go to the Sounds tab. My account is Speedy Thor. I'll go ahead and type it in the chat. You can go ahead and follow me. I have 100 projects, and some of them are pretty cool. So I'm going to show you how to add sounds super quick. So there's a pop here. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah. But you can choose sounds. There's barks and basketballs and beatboxes. Oh, yeah. Okay, check this out. So he Giga bites the donut, right? So let's go back into the code. Now that we've selected the bite, we're going to say, oh, this one's going to be a little bit complicated, but we're going to do basically forever, if goodness, this one's going to be a bit complicated, but if you want to follow along, forever, if we're going to say if costume number equals, well, hold on, if costume number equals what? 3? Yeah. If costume number equals 3, so you're with me so far, we got a when green flag is clicked, you've got a forever loop, and then inside you have an if-then statement, and inside that you have this operator, which is like an equal sign. You have costume number 3, and then you do another if-then statement inside of that. You say if mouse down, then go to sound, and you're going to play sound bite. Okay, let's see if it works. If it works, then he should only do the bite sound on the costume that he has like a donut on. Does that make sense? It kind of works. That is pretty funny, actually. So that, again, if you want like a more interactive video game, you want to add sounds, you want to add animations, you want to add like random effects. And just for fun, I'm gonna send. Oh, the class is officially over, so you're gonna have a 10-minute break before your next class. I'm gonna just show you how to send the panther like spinning around the screen. So I'm going to have the panther glide. I'm gonna put him in a forever loop. This poor panther, and he's just gonna glide to a random position every 1 second, right? But what's gonna make it more interesting, in my opinion, is we're going to, I'm also going to make him just spin forever. Poor kitty. So you can't see, but yeah, there we go. That poor panther is just spinning everywhere. And then I'm going to have it constantly like grow and shrink. Oh no, we're just going to make it go rainbows. We're going to, so now the panther is changing colors. It's going to be change the whirl effect. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, that poor panther. Bouncing around. We'll just hide Giga for now. This poor panther is just getting whirled to death. Poor kitty. There we go. And then that's just kind of like a fun background thing. So there's lots of really fun, crazy things you can do. And look at all the code that we did. Look at all this code that we did in this short amount of time. So good job. Well, I'll let you get to your next class. Y'all are awesome. If you do have any questions, feel free to come back in the chat later. I hope you enjoy your next classes. And I cannot wait to get started here in just a little bit. For the moment, I am going to I'm going to go stretch my legs, and then I will be back for class number 2. All right, so
Cause those hands and legs can't stop me. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Now with you, now with you, and I get when looking down from the sky. It's me now. Can't give up this feeling. It's me now. Can't give up this feeling. It's me now. Can't give up this feeling. Cause those hands and legs can't stop me. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Now with you, now with Cause those hands and legs can't stop me. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Now with you, now with you, and I get when looking down from the sky. It's me now. Can't give up this feeling. It's me now. Can't give up this feeling. It's me now. Can't give up this feeling. It's me now. Can't give up.
Alrighty, welcome to class number 2. We got started a little bit and then had a little bit of a late break, so we're going to jump right into it. So thank you for coming today. We are going to make an awesome project, and let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Alright, let's get back to the beginning here. Welcome, and thank you for being here again. We are going to create our own video game today, so I am super excited about that. All right, perfect. You are supposed to be here. So, absolutely, Fred. Good job. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is a presentation, and then once that presentation is over, we're gonna jump right into making our own video game. So that's basically, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. And let's ready, set, go. Okay, so first up, we are going to create our own video game. We're gonna learn how to code, and you'll get to keep your video game. So that's pretty cool. I am Mr. Thor. That's not important. But first things first, let's talk about our favorite show or video game we're doing right now. So either favorite show you're watching or favorite video game. Go ahead and type it down there in the chat. There's still 17 viewers here. And I want to hear about it. Is it WandaVision? Is it Mandalorian? Is it like an old Disney movie? My family's trying to FaceTime me. Crazy. Don't they know I'm streaming? It's all good. Don't worry about it. So, what is your favorite? Minecraft. Definitely. Oh, rip my free time. I love Minecraft. It's a lot of fun. Roblox, Super Mario. Super Mario has been around since I was a little boy. Can you imagine that? Crazy times. I'm still kind of little. I'm tiny. I'm just down here in the little corner. I'm just on the corner of your screen. But, Daniel, you keep saying MHA. I'm not sure. What is MHA? Let me look it up here. Could be dangerous. Mental Health America. I'm just kidding. My Hero Academia, of course, right? Right. I've not watched it though, so I'll give you the shout out, but I'm not really sure myself. Well, I hope that was just a mini troll. That was just a mini troll. My Hero Academia, I'm pretty sure is what you meant. Roblox. Okay, there we go. All right. Awesome. Well, I am going to jump right into the next part without further ado. So, why is coding important? Okay, I am going to switch myself to the other side of the screen so I do not get in the way. Let's go ahead and boom. There we go. I am to the other side. Now, so coding is so important because in 2019, there were 213,000 jobs in coding. Excuse me. That's a lot. Median pay is $86,550 yearly median pay. So that's not like the most you can make. That's not the lowest you can make. That's like roughly in the middle, right? So that is interesting. You know, that's not no money. So it's a decent job. You get to create stuff, make your own video games. That's pretty cool. It is a lot of work. But it is a lot of fun. And it helps you learn how to think. Ashley says, Pixel Gun Wars. Farid says, Mario, yaha! And then Ethan says, Roblox as well. So let's keep going. Obviously, I play Fortnite. My username is Speedy Thor, hence Thor up here in the cloud with Galactus. Fun times. So, Nick, I'm not sure how to find the Mad Scientist program. This is Coder Kids. Sonic Adventure, that one's classic. Classic. Love it. Okay, so let's talk. Let us talk. How many computers do you have around you right now? How many? I bet most of you have more than 10. Think about what is a computer? I'm going to give you a 60-second countdown to count all the computers in your house. Ready, steady, go. Go ahead and count them. Count all those dadgum computers. What counts as a computer, Mr. Thor? Great question. Great question. Ashley says Fortnite. Minecraft. Okay. Don't type the number yet until the time is up. So we got some people saying 18. Some people saying 8. Okay, I'm going to give you some hints. Here. Watches, those count as computers. Laptops, that counts as a computer. Phone, that counts as a computer. Video game controller? Why, yes, that counts as a controller. Or, of course, it can counts as a computer. Wow, that was redundant. Webcam, that counts as a computer. Monitor, that counts as a computer. What's up? I'm back. Okay, let me go back into my corner where I belong here. There we go. All right, so time's up. Let's talk about it. These are just a couple of things that register as computers. So go ahead and type in your numbers. Stephanie says 20. Daniel 26. Pratish 24. . Marge. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Margot. It's Margot, isn't it? Anyway, tell me if it's Margot or not. We got desktop computer, laptop computer, smartphone, smartwatch, fitness tracker, right? So you got like your Fitbits, your Apple Watches. Most toasters these days, microwaves, some refrigerators, a thermostat, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, phone chargers, wireless headphones, which I'm wearing right now, a router for internet, dishwasher, a modem for internet, smart switches, smart lights, smart speakers. Alexa, isn't that right? Alexa doesn't know anything. Everything, right?
I know about lots of things.
Oh.
Try asking a question.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
If there's ever a milk delivery service using drones, they could call it Dairy Air. But it might be the butt of many jokes.
Oh dear. Alexa, you're so bad. Okay. So there's lots of computers around us, right? Daniel says probably about 40, but I'm not certain. See, and that's Farid says, Mamma mia, right? All right, we're going to continue on. Lots of computers. Here's the thing. All of these devices need coders to work because they need code to work, and you're the coder. So you write the programs, and coding is just writing instructions for computers. So everybody type code is, I'll do it in the chat too. Code is, oh yeah, garage door opener. That's Sham. That's a great suggestion, right? So code is writing instructions for computers. Put that in the chat right there. That's what I'm talking about. Put that in the chat. I want you to remember that, okay? Coding is writing instructions for computers. Chat it down in the chat. If I say chat one more time, I might die. I'm not doing it. But I will give you a smiley face. Okay. Just waiting on you. But I believe in you. Okay. So, there we go. I appreciate it, Sham. If you ever come by my house, I'll give you a Coder Kid sticker. How's that, Sham? Of course, I won't tell you where I live, so it's going to be impossible. But good times. Okay. when I go down to Fort Bend, how's that? Daniel Pradesh. Flaming icicle. Ah, code is blueprints, but for devices. Being spicy there, Flaming Icicle. I see. You put a little variant on it. I like it. I think it counts. Pratesh, oh my God. Daniel, you're just being silly now. Oh, I love you guys. I love having y'all in my life. This is good. This is good stuff. Okay. So let's go ahead and start the activity. So here's the deal. Here is your role. So if you are a kid, then you are going to be the coder, okay? You are going to be the one writing the code, building the video game. Adults, you are the checker, okay? So you're going to make sure all the code is correct and word perfect. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So moms, dads, you are essential. We need you. We want you. We love you, okay? Next, brothers and sisters, you can be coders too if there are enough laptops around. If there are not, then it's your job to send funny pictures and email pictures to the person who is making the code so that they can include them in the project and give random silly ideas. That is your job, okay? So if you're a kid, you're a coder. If you're an adult, you're going to check and you're going to make sure that the code is perfect, okay? All right, so open up your web browser. Oh, thank you, Ethan. That's right. Thank you, Ethan. You also said it. So you are going to open a web browser, Chrome, Brave, Edge, Internet Explorer, whatever you use. Brave is the best browser, though, by far. Brave is the best. It's 3 times faster than Chrome. Anyway, quick ad. I'm just kidding. They're not sponsoring anything. Then you're going to go to scratch.mit.edu. You can just click on it if you have the PowerPoint open. But look, if you don't, you just Google Scratch. It'll take you right here. It's not going to show that you're signed in like I am. Like I'm obviously signed in. But yeah. If you want to go ahead and follow me, my username is Speedy Thor. You can check out my cool projects and you can learn a lot of code just by like playing my games. Oh, whoops. There we go. So Speedy Thor is my username if you want to check out my projects. But that's not what we're doing right now. Right now, we're getting right into our project. So first things first, you are going to see a lot of stuff. You're going to see a lot of projects down here. You see Black History Month projects. You're going to see Flappy Bird stuff. You're going to see mazes. You're going to see silly animation. You're going to see memes. You're going to see lots of crazy stuff. Just an endless amount. But what we're going to do is going to go very up to the very top. Flaming Icicle. Just Google Scratch. It'll come up. That's the fastest way to get to it. Okay. And then once you get here, you're going to click on Create. So, boom. Click on Create. Top left, Create. And one more time, Create. Okay, now you should be here. This should be where you're at. It's going to be your new home. If anybody's not with me, I'm going to go ahead and type it in the chat. Scratch. Maybe you can click on it. I don't know. Scratch.mit.edu. I don't know if that's going to be a clickable link, but you can copy and paste that if you want. It should work. Now I'm going to move my fat head and giant nose over to the other side of the screen so you can see some more of the sprite spaces. That is going to be important. Moving forward. Cool, cool. Cool. Boom. All right. First thing we're going to do is delete this cat. Poor guy. He never did anything wrong, but he's dead. Goodbye. Up here at the top, we're going to name... Actually, you can't name your project yet, so just ignore that part. Oh, let me delete this project here. All right, so what you want to do is decide what you want your clicker game to look like. Do you want it to be based on cookies, a different video game, your family? This is really your chance to choose the premise of the game. So I'll give you a couple examples of things that you can decide. This is when moms and dads and brothers and sisters can come up with crazy ideas. Are you clicking on a giant octopus and then the octopus is giving you ink points? Are you clicking on a chest and getting sweet, sweet gold coins? Are you clicking on a star? Sorry, I'm like crushing a can. That's incredibly loud and like just rude. Sorry about that. Are you clicking on a star, getting star points? Are you clicking on a rainbow and getting leprechaun points? It's totally up to you. What kind of theme do you want? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the project, and I'm going to click on choose a sprite. The bottom right-hand corner, that's going to be that cat. And then I'm going to click on it. Bottom right corner, cat. Boom. Okay. First person to type in the chat the name of a sprite here. These are all called sprites. These are our characters. The first person to tell me the name of a sprite, I'll put it in. Boom. Lightning fast. I'll just do it. No questions asked. Is it going to be Dom? Is it going to be Dorian with the weird arms? Oh, that makes me feel uncomfortable. Is it going to be a duck? Going to be drums? Going to be this fairy elf? Going to be this dude over here? It's going to be the bear wins. Bear. Oh, okay. Let's do the bear. All right. He's looking at you, dude. Watch what happens when I... Whoa. He's not happy. He is not happy. He's beautiful, though. He's, like, majestic. Am I right? Okay, so stop with your suggestions, but I will go ahead and add the dog. I'm guessing I'm going to do dog 1 because they didn't specify. And then I'm also going to add the fairy, looks like. Boom. I'm going to add the fairy. Look, people don't add like more than one just yet. This fairy is like ginormous. She needs to go on a diet. Okay, just kidding. Fairies don't need diets. They don't even eat food, I bet. They just like, they're like bees. They live off of pollen, right? That's science. Just kidding. That's not science. Okay, so I'm going to put the fairy up here in the corner and put the dog down here and running away from the bear. And the bear is just like chill. He's chilling. Okay, so let's make this interesting. Okay, so now you can pick whatever sprite you want for your own project. So go ahead and just pick one for now. I'm trying to be inclusive, so I picked everybody's except Daniel's. All right, I'll add the dragon. You twist in my arm. I'll do it. Who doesn't love a good dragon? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You gotta love it. Lots of fun stuff. But we're gonna do all of our code here on the bear, so we're just gonna forget about those for now. But they'll be in our memories. Okay, so when you go over here, you click create. Just ignore the naming part, okay? Just ignore that. Now we are going to actually need to add the code, okay? So that's very important. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. First things first, everything starts with an event, okay? This is so important. If you don't start with an event, it's not going to work. It just won't. Everything starts with an event. And this is where you find the blocks here. Go ahead, if you're still watching, go ahead and type in the chat. Want to make sure that everybody has is here. Okay, great stuff. Say I'm here, Mr. Thor. You're gonna click when this sprite is clicked. You're gonna drag that in. And then what we're going to do is go down to variables. So again, when the sprite is clicked, you want to drag that in. You don't need 3 of them, just 1. Okay? And then you go down to variables here, and you're going to click make a variable. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Now, I am going to call this the only logical thing that you could call this, which is bear points. Am I right? Am I right? Let's do this. Bear points. It's covering the fairy up. Poor fairy. Okay, so it's going to look like this. You're going to drag the change bear points by 1 when the sprite is clicked. Watch what happens when I click on the bear. Absolutely nothing. Why is that? Oh, the code was on the fairy for some reason, so I'm going to drag it to the bear. Whoops, I'm going to delete this. Go back to the bear. Okay, so now we have the bear points. When you click on the bear, watch what happens. The bear points go up. So you look up at the top right there. They're going up, okay? That should work perfectly. Now here's the thing. If you start a game over again, it should go back down to 0, right? So let me click on it. It doesn't. It doesn't go back to 0, so something's broken. So let's go back to events. Go click on the green flag. Click on that green flag. And then you are going to make sure that the variable goes down to 0. Sorry, I got distracted by notification. As one always does. I apologize. All right, so your code should look like this. So again, variables are going to be at the bottom. You can scroll if you want. And like I do that because like I'm good at Scratch. But here's the thing. Just click on the the corresponding color, and it'll make it easier, trust me. So under variables, you're going to want to do this set bare points to 0 and put it underneath the green flag. And when the sprite is clicked, change bare points by 1. So watch what happens. This is how you can test to see if it works, okay? Click, 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 click. The points go up, okay? Click on the green flag. The points go to 0. Click, 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 click. They go back up. This sets it back at 0, okay? That is how it should work, okay? You're done, people. You have completed the task. You now have your very own, very first video game. Pretty easy, right? But you're like, Mr. Thor. Mr. Thor. Yeah? What's up? This is a boring game. You're right. It is kind of a boring game. But it counts as a game. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do now that we have a game, but it's boring? Well, we make it spicy. Spicy. And as anybody knows from Louisiana, the more spices, the better. Right? Am I right? Anybody ever had delicious spicy barbecue? Or any Cajun food? Or Jamaican food? Or Indian food? Or any food that's spicy? Sorry, Irish people, you don't count for the spicy food. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen up there. My people up in Ireland, they didn't do very spicy food. And that was so sad. But they did other cool things like, I don't know, what did Irish people do that was cool? They came up with super cool accents. That's what they did. All right, enough aside. Let's make sure that we have this code down. And then let's start making things interesting. So number one, let's start putting in a backdrop. So you go to the very bottom right, click on choose a backdrop. Okay. Change points is in the variable section. Thanks, Margot. Thank you, Margot. That's right. I bet Margot knows what spicy food is. So we are going to go and choose. All right. I need 5 backdrops. Everybody post in the chat what you think I should add for the backdrops. Should it be the refrigerator? Should it be the room? Should it be space? Should it be soccer? Isn't that a pitch? Isn't that what you call a soccer field? It's like a pitch. Where's that? Just in the UK. Oh. Pritesh, I didn't see that. Sorry. Space. Okay. Bingo. All right. I need some others. I need some other ones. Concert. Space. All right, Daniel, I already got space. Should I do like space 2 or something? What do you think? Galaxy. Was that up? Yeah, there it is. Okay. What's another one? Forest. Okay. Castle, pool. Castle 1, 2, or 3? I don't know. Or 4. I guess we'll go 1. They didn't specify. Pool. Ooh, man, I could hop in the pool right now. That'd be legit. It's like, it looks like they're walking on the pool, which I don't know. That looks realistic. All right, cool. I think we got them all. Arctic, Ashley. I don't want to leave you out here. It's the very first one. Arctic. Okay, so we got a lot of backgrounds. This is pretty cool. So I think what we're gonna do is generate different levels. So this class ends at 11:05. I'm gonna try to go over by like 2 minutes or something. But again, if you have any questions, you can always go back to the PowerPoint. Now we're just working on extra stuff. We're working on cool stuff. We're working on cool ideas. Also, I will tell you, if you just go to Paint, you can actually make your own backdrop. And if you use the Paint Bucket tool and then click on here, you can do like a gradient. Watch this. Oh, you have to convert it to bitmap first, but you can do like a gradient of like any color. Right? So it can kind of look, I don't know, like hipster or interesting. You can also do like this one right here in the center does kind of like a gradient from like a center point. So like if you want people to focus like on the bear, I'm going to click basically where the bear is. I don't know. Let's try. Yeah, so like almost perfect actually. So it looks like the bear's like emanating purple for some reason. So if I do that, but then I do like yellow, it'll look like the bear's like holy or something. Look at that. The bear is full of incredible power. Power level is over 9,000 last time I checked. So you can create your own backdrops, and you can do lines, and you can do circles, and you can do squares. You can do all of that. You can also do Control Z to go backward, or you can use the redo and undo buttons. So this is the redo button and then the undo button. Cool. So now things are looking a little bit more rich, a little bit more colorful, a little bit more spicy, right? Hello, people. Hello, Temple of Bloxy Studios. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. Thank you, brother, for being here. Bedroom number 1. Ashley coming in late with bedroom number 1. We'll do it anyway. Why not? Free country. Okay, Ashley, I'm done though. No more. No more. This is great though. We have 11 backdrops at this point. I think we can delete the boring white one. And let's add some other interesting stuff, okay? So here's the deal. This dragon, this fairy, this dog, they're all doing basically nothing, being super boring. We want to change that. We want to make them, be doing something. And yeah, so what we're going to do is set different thresholds, okay? Ooh, Mr. Thor used a big word, threshold. Just know that when you get to a certain level of points, they're going to start doing stuff. So I want you to tell me in the chat, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to fly around the screen? Do you want them to disappear? Do you want them to change colors? Do you want them to grow and shrink in size? Like, do you want them to burst into flames? Like, what? Do you want them to multiply? Like, because I can clone them. There can be like 1 million dogs here if you want. What should they start doing? What should they start doing around the screen when you get to certain point levels? Okay, so Daniel says eat a cookie. Pritesh says disappear. Eating a cookie is actually a little bit more complicated because you actually have to make the cookie. So we're not going to do that, but that's a really good suggestion, and you could do that for your project for sure. Okay, so Pritesh says disappear. So, like disappear and reappear. You want it to like go in and out, and then Stephanie says fly. So let's click over to the dragon here. Let's see if they've got a flying costume. Oh yeah. So whoops, drawing a box on the dragon. So if we go here and I'm gonna say shrink it down to like 50. So, and I'm gonna like, oh wow, this is cool. So this is like Mr. Dragon Boy. And I'm going to I'm going to try to match the color here. Okay, I'm going to change this dragon color to like red because I feel like it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So basically you go to costumes. Make sure you're in costumes, and then oh, sparkle. Okay, fly and sparkle. I think we can make that happen. 10 minutes left, sir. Excellent, thank you. Thank you for that. So we're just trying to make stuff cool here at this point. So all of you are officially done, but if you want to, keep going with me, we can make stuff actually cool. That is the idea. Let's see, for the accent color, for like those alternates, I think we're doing that yellow. Yeah. Oop. Except his ears. No. So one thing, this is the color picker tool. So if you click on that, it'll give you basically like a sniper thing. And you just click on whatever color that you want. It'll give you the exact color that you're pointing at. So, and I'm using the paint bucket tool to change like the color of everything. So now we've got like this red and yellow dragon in the background. And I'm going to just delete its like other costumes because we don't need them. But we want this dragon to fly. So what we're going to say is we're going to add some code. We're going to drag in this code. So be sure to copy this in, okay? When the green flag is clicked, and then drag in this forever loop, and then drag in an if-then statement. I'm going to wait just a little bit till we get to those parts. Or I could just do them separately. It's whatever. I'm going to show you like one by one. Just get out all these code blocks first. Okay. Get out all these code blocks, and then I'm going to show you how to put them together. Okay. Okay, so Pratesh says like disappear and reappear. So I think that's what we're going to do. Sorry, if I'm mispronouncing your name. I am doing my best. I'm doing my best. So again, when the green flag is clicked, underneath that's going to be a forever loop, and then an if-then statement, and then this operator deal, and then this bear points, or whatever kind of points that you've created in your project. It could be whatever. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to combine these. Okay. So watch very, very carefully. Now you don't have to do them in any particular order, but inside of the forever loop is an if-then statement. Boom. Inside of this like little kind of diamond box thing is this operator. And the operators are going to be green. Again, everything is color coded, right? Everything's color coded. You got the bear points here. And the bear points are, the thing that we measure everything by. Now we want the dragon to start flying back and forth, right? Oh, you know what? I did something wrong. We're actually going to need to use the greater than, okay, not the equal. We're going to use the greater than. I apologize. Okay, Riva, I apologize. Pratesh is like, I'm not even doing the coding. Sorry, Riva. Okay, so bear points are greater than 50. Look, I think we should do it at 30. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to, so the dragon's right here. I'm just going to have it move 10 steps and just constantly, or I guess like move 5 steps constantly, and then if on edge, like bounce, if that makes sense. So let's do this. Let's see if it works. So I'm going to click on the bear to get it up to 30. Oh, okay. So this is so it looks like it's working. So the dragon is now flying back and forth once we've got to 31 points because it's like greater. Well, let's set it to 29 because that way, like the player thinks like, oh, when I get to 30, that's when it does it, right? So here we go. We're going to get up to 30 again. Boom. And it starts doing this glide thing. Now, it's looking weird, though, because it looks like it's just popping upside down. So what we're going to do is set rotation style to left, right. And what that will do, I'm just going to set the bear points like with the slider deal. So now it doesn't go upside down. So this is the code that you want for the dragon or anything that you want to be kind of bouncing back and forth flying on the screen. Cool? 5 minutes. Oh, you guys are so cool. Should we do a disappearing and reappearing fairy? I think we should. Riva, what do you think? I think we should do it. It's going to be the same style, okay? So I'm going to drag and drop this onto the fairy. So if you look, now watch. Now they're both moving, right? But let's go to the fairy here. And instead of moving, and I'm going to set it to like 14. So if you get 15 points, then she will start to. What we're going to do is use the ghost effect. That's how to do it kind of smooth. All right. So we are going to go for... Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to change the ghost effect by 10. We are going to go to control, go to repeat 10 times. So the ghost effect, like, here's the deal. The ghost effect disappears stuff, okay? So watch what happens to the fairy when I click on it. See how she just kind of slowly disappears? Boom. And now she's gone, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to change the ghost effect by 10. And then I'm going to right click, duplicate, and then change it by -10. Watch what happens when I change it by -10. She reappears. Okay. So if this works right, she's going to disappear and reappear. You see what she's doing it right there. So that's pretty cool. Now, I think we have time for one more. So if you need to take a picture of the screen on your phone, like, do that now. But yeah, I don't think we'll be able to sparkle necessarily. Yeah, we won't be able to. But basically, that's going to be in the animation tab. And if you want to figure out how to do a sparkle, you could probably look that up on YouTube. But basically, it's going to be like a little, like, kind of winking or like blinking little like star, and you can put it in somebody's eye or on their forehead or whatever. And you can have it like kind of rotate and like go in and out. And you do that by going into the costumes tab and adding different costumes, and it rotate a little bit every time, and then have the code cycle through the costumes. I can't teach you all of that today, but that's what you do. Other than that, please subscribe to the Coder Kids YouTube channel. You know, follow up with us, sign up for our classes later if you can. But we have free classes on, well, we've got a free class that I did on coderkids.teachable.com if you're interested. So you're free to go there and sign up for our free course there that I did. You know, I run Coder Kids. If you want to follow me on Scratch, I am Speedy Thor. I have a lot of cool projects that are a lot more complicated than this one is. We didn't even add sound or sound effects or anything like that. So, and we also have a podcast, the Coder Kids podcast. Goodness, we do so much. We do too much. But thank you so much for joining us. Please, please, please message me on Scratch and say like, hey, Mr. Thor, these are my projects, and share your projects with me on my page. I'd love it if you could do that. And I'd love to check out your projects and see what you've created. In order to share your projects with me, you do have to create a Scratch account. So, yeah, that's basically it. Without further ado, I have got to see you later. Stay 100% awesome. Be cool. If you do have any questions in the future, feel free to call the Coder Kids phone number or send me an email at james@coderkids.com. My name's James, or Mr. Thor, but you know, that's who I am. Thank you so much again. And that's basically it. Yeah, now's your time to go find your very next class. I hope you have a blast. And I hope we can have fun in the future together. And goodness, we also have a public Minecraft server too. So if you want to join that, you're welcome to do that. But all right. Thank you, Stephanie. Or Stephanie's Offspring. Either way. Again, I know a lot of people are using their parents' YouTube's accounts. If I'm like calling you by your parents' name the whole time, like, I apologize. All right. You people are awesome. The next class is going to start in 10 minutes. So everybody go get a drink, go to the bathroom, come back, get a snack maybe, and make sure you get those details for your next class. So, all right. Until next time, I'm going to switch to the be back soon. All righty. Bye-bye.
Those hands and legs can't stop me. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Now with you, now with you, this high. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Give up this and lights can't stop me. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get got me looking down from the sky. Now with you, now with you, and I got me looking down from the sky. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Give up this on me. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Now with you, now with you, and I get when looking down from the sky.
All right, everybody. If you are here for making your own video games, you are in the right place. Excuse me. Trying to eat a quick snack so that I'm fresh for you. I got energy. I got what you want. Right here. All right, we've got 10 people in the class. 10 people in the class. We need a couple bit. Couple bit ain't a phrase. Nobody says that. We need a couple bit more. You're in the right place. I am James Thornock, a.k.a. Mr. Thor, a.k.a. Speedy Thor. We're going to get into it after I drink some water. Because you don't want me dying on you. That would be bad. Be like, what happened to the Cody Kids class? I don't know. He died. He got like halfway into eating a sausage McGriddle and then he perished. Because he didn't have water. Drink water, kids. That's good for you. I normally don't like plastic bottles, but here's the deal. All my pipes in this house are broken. So I don't have a choice. I live in Katy, Texas, not far from y'all. In Fort Bend. And all my pipes, they broke. Man, not fun. But it's okay. We figure things out. We make it work. I get a green screen. You're beautiful. Let's get to it. All right. It's kind of... Looks like the music's kind of fading away here. That'll work. So let's get into the topic for the day. First off, you are going to need to tell me. Well, yeah. Why don't you go ahead, post in the chat what your favorite show is right now, what your favorite video game is that you're playing right now these days. Is it WandaVision? Is it The Mandalorian? Is it I'm too busy, I don't have any free time? Is it Minecraft? Is it Roblox? Fortnite? What are we doing? What are we doing with our free time? What makes us happy? And like, okay, nothing can make us happy. Like we choose to be happy, obviously, right? But, you know, it's a little bit more fun to have a little bit more fun. Am I right? So, yeah, just post in the chat. What are you doing? Okay, Jessica wins. First responder. Jessica, first one from this class says Minecraft. Nithya says Blippi. Wilson, well, and it could be Wilson's like son or daughter, but it says masks. You guys want to see my mask? Dude, you guys are gonna trip over this. Check this bad boy out. You ready? Let's go. Hello. Okay, yeah, so this one's intense. This is the mask I use when I'm like grinding pipes in my attic. I do not wear this to the grocery store. That would terrify people. Okay, we don't do that. Although I think it would work against the coronavirus. I feel like. I haven't checked. I'm not a scientist. Okay, just a computer scientist. All right, so Mandalorian and Fortnite, Bunch of Boys TV. I want to know what this Bunch of Boys TV is about. You guys might have a channel. I'll have to check out later. Definitely while you're here, feel free to subscribe. What's Blippi? I'm afraid. What is Blippi? Oh yeah. He's yeah, okay. He's like orange and blue. There you go. There you go. We've got Roblox and side hustles. I'm glad you think I'm hilarious. We're trying to make this entertaining, kind of a little bit interesting, right? I just, Wilson said masks, and I was like, look, I have the best mask this side of the Mississippi. Let's go, right? Mario Kart, for sure. Good stuff. All right. I wonder, like, is that Mario Kart 7 on the Wii? Or is that Mario Kart 8? Because there's, they've had Mario Kart since, like, Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, I think. This is where it came out, so it's been a while. Ah, okay. Bunches of Toys TV reviews toys and video games. Tight. PJ Masks. Oh, okay. It's an animated series. Ah, okay. I took it too literally. Yeah. PJ Masks. That's different. Oh, wow. Yeah. They've got those like primary colors. Very, very colorful. Awesome. Well, let's get into it. I think enough people are here that are going to be here. Benton. Definitely. Mushy Brains Gaming. You'll have to share it out at the end. And definitely, so subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to kind of stay up to date with us. We have a Coder Kids podcast where we kind of decrypt technology, and then we also do kid-friendly game reviews, so you can kind of see what what's inside a video game and if it's kid-friendly or not. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. So there we go. So we are going to run through the slideshow here. If you have already gone through this, please bear with me, have patience, and we're going to make a good time of it. Like I said, I live in Katy, so I don't know why that matters, but I'm your neighbor. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm your neighbor. So patience is key. So what we're going to do today is you're going to create your very own video game. So you get to own it. You get to keep it forever. I mean, forever is a superlative word, so maybe not forever, but pretty close to forever. And you'll get to learn how to code. So let's get to it. I'll go ahead and show that there. Cool. All right, so we're going to hop to it. This is me when I had hair, which I obviously don't now, because the coronavirus, you either got really long hair, you cut it yourself, and you know what? The easiest way to cut your hair is just to do all of it. So that is what I did. Basically, we already did the fun TV show, so we're going to jump right into the nitty-gritty, the fun stuff. Let me go ahead and move my bald head out of the way here. There we go. So why is coding important for the future? Okay. So this is not only important because it's fun to make your own games, which obviously, come on. It's also useful because in 2019, there were 213,000 jobs in coding. It's like such a big number. Like it's really hard. If you put 213,000 people in Fort Bend, maybe they have 213,000. I don't know. It's a lot of people. It is a lot of people. The median pay, which is somewhere around the middle, is $86,550 yearly. Okay, you got to take taxes out of that, but it's not a bad number to have. It's not a bad job. We'll just say that. And that's the middle number that you make. So you can make less than that, and you can make more than that, but that's kind of in the middle, right? You can create your own video games with that, and with the skills. Coding really teaches you how to think, right? It's like this, then that, this, then. If this is true, it's just very logical, and we're going to go through some of those logical steps today, and you're going to get smarter by the end of today. Stick around. So let's go to the next one. All right, so you are going to have 60 seconds to do what? Mr. Thor, what are we doing? You are going to count the number of computers in your immediate vicinity, meaning in your room, how many computers are there? Okay? A computer is something that takes an input and then processes it and then does some kind of output. All right? I'll give you hints, but we're going to start the countdown in 3, 2, 1. Did I do a countdown to a countdown? Oh my goodness. Boom. Go around, look at you. Well, look at you? No. Look at all the computers around you. What do you see? Do you see phones? Do you see laptops? Do you see desktop computers? Do you see video game systems? Ooh. Do those count, Mr. Thor? Yes, they do. What about smartwatches? Fitbits, Apple Watches? That counts. What about the thermostat? That's a boring one, but it counts as a computer. Look all around you, everywhere. Look up and down. The printer? Is the printer a computer? Yes, yes it is. All right, how many did we come up with? Put it in the chat. What is the number of computers that you saw around? My guess is if you type 3, you're wrong. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I think there are more than that. I think there are more. 0? You're just being funny, because you're watching a computer. You're watching this on some kind of computer. Unless you're like telepathic and you're just like listening to my thoughts. You're like mind reading me from Fort Bend. 10 sounds more about right. All right. Let's look at the list. Boom. All right, check this out. Sorry for the abrupt ending of the music. It was fun music. But desktop computer, laptop computer, smartphone, smartwatch, fitness tracker, most toasters, believe it or not, microwave, some refrigerators, my refrigerators, thermostat, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, phone charger, wireless headphones, router. So like these are computer, dishwasher, smart switches, smart lights, smart speakers, right? Alexa, how are you doing?
I'm feeling excited. It's the 25th anniversary of Pokemon Day, and I'm celebrating with a Pika Pika Pikachu.
Alexa cracks me up sometimes. It's apparently Pokemon Day.
Help you with that.
Pokemon Day. That's classic. Okay. So anyway, Arjun, definitely you've got 10. I see you've got 10. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, so we have a lot of computers around us, and here's the thing. All of these devices, all of them. Oh, did I chop off my own hands? Whoops. All of them need code to work. And they need coders. What is code? All right, everybody, I want you to get in the chat, and I want you to type the same thing. We're just going to spam the chat with this definition. Coding is, so I'm going to type myself. I'll set a good example. Coding is writing instructions for computers. Boom. Put it in the chat. I want to see at least 10 people chat that. This is because I want it to get in your head. Coding is writing instruction for computers. That's what it is. You're making yourself the boss. You're making yourself the boss, and you are telling the computer what to do. That's your job. Zanera, I don't know. It says your message is restricted. I'm not sure what's going on. That's right. Perfect. Arjun, if you keep spamming it, it's probably going to block you, so I don't want it to do that. Awesome, guys. Awesome. You guys are like so into this. Let's actually get into building a video game, shall we? Let's get to it. Arjun, I think we're good. I think you stop it now. All right, buddy. You're on thin ice. I don't want to have to hide you. I want you to be a part of the lesson, okay? So if you stop, you can keep being a part of the lesson, all right? So here are the different parts that we're gonna play. Here's the deal, okay? First things first. If you're a kid, you're the coder. You're the one who's building the game. Adults, you are the code checkers and the computer helpers and the idea givers. Okay, so you can help guide and steer and help out that way, but you're gonna let them do kind of hands-on. All right, and then if you're a brother or sister, you can code too. But if there aren't enough computers, you guys gotta have to kind of play rock paper scissors to figure out who's doing it, and then y'all can help on phones. You can send them pictures and funny things they can add to their project. Okay, so first off, let's go to scratch.mit.edu. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat. www.scratch.mit.edu. Boom. So go there. Go to that website. And then we're going to get started. So I'll show you over. Holy cow. Where's my cursor? There it is. So I'm going to go and I'm going to type it in. Scratch.mit.edu. It's going to be super tiny if you're on a phone. You can't see it. That's why I keep saying it out loud. You can just Google Scratch, though. It'll come up, too. Farnaz, thank you. Thank you for sharing. There's going to be some more participation. I want to make sure that y'all can participate. Sorry, those P's are a little bit close to the microphone. I apologize if I'm popping the microphone too much. Arjun, I'm super glad you like Scratch. Have you been in one of our classes before? I feel like maybe you have. Let me know in the chat. You're going to click on this button up here, top left. It says Create. Just kidding. It just says Create. Okay. Smash that. I love how we say smash. In real life, you really don't want to smash stuff. Then you have to pay for it. It'd be bad. I do not want to break stuff in real life. Just on the internet. So you should come to this lovely screen here. There should be this blank area in the middle. You should see these code blocks on this side. And you can drag these in. You can just drag. Oh, that's a little zoomed out. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see these bad boys. So you can drag in as many code blocks as you can. These all do different things. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Let's click on it. See what happens. Whoa. He's like, what's going on? He's doing all those things. I think if I click on it and then I move my mouse pointer. Anyway, so you can, these things click together like Legos. Again, go to scratch.mit.edu, go to the top left-hand side, click Create. That's how you're going to get here. First thing we're going to do is going to delete Mr. Sprite number 1. His name is Scratch. And now he's dead. Too bad. And now I'm going to get myself out of the way here. I'm going to teleport. Ready? 1, 2. I just teleported. Pretty cool, right? Like, don't you wish you could teleport? But not everybody's got superpowers. So, I'm sorry, kids, if this is cringy. I'm just trying to have some fun. Just trying to do that. Okay, so at the bottom right, you're going to click Choose a Sprite. You're going to actually tell me, first person in the chat that wants to, tell me what sprite I should choose. It's up to you. My destiny is in your hands. Might I choose the ghost, the fruit platter, the cheese puffs? Please not the line. Please not the line. Lightning, laptop, ladybug, Luca, octopus. Whoa, Mr. Octopus got like a lot of cups. Look at that. Pants? Just like literally pants. That is funny. Okay, dragon. Dragon it is. Where's Mr. Dragone? Here we go. What else are we adding? The frog. We'll do that. Why can't I? There we go. It's alphabetical order, James. Mr. Thor. The goblin. Mr. Goblin. Dude, everybody's like just green stuff. Exclusively green. I love y'all. Seriously, everybody chose green stuff. Like, was that was a happy, that's what Bob Ross would call a happy accident. The button, let's see what other green stuff. Convertible too. But this is an old school convertible. Let's see. Y'all really chose like all the green stuff. I am super impressed. The tennis ball. Who knew? Who knew? Penguin too. Penguin's gonna be special. Penguin's gonna be so special. It's gonna be like the only non-green. Okay, there we go. He's like, yeah, it's not that far off. But here's the thing. We've got rules. We've got rules. So this is the part where I get to show you how to color stuff. So if you go over here and click into costumes, obviously I have a lot of sprites here. You're only going to have one sprite right now, just for clarification's sake. You are only going to have one sprite. All right. Every one of these is called a sprite at the bottom here. I'm going to click on the penguin, and I'm going to click on the paint bucket tool, and I'm going to click on fill. Okay. And he's got to be green. Sorry, it's the rules. It is the rules. I don't know. We'll keep his beak color, I guess. But this, we'll just say like a light green for the, he looks terrible. Poor penguin. What have we done to you? What have we done? Maybe we'll do a dark green. Maybe it'll be nice. Okay, that doesn't look as cancer inducing. So that looks better. It looks very strange, let's be honest, but he now fits the theme. Goblin, you're not green enough, I think. There we go. So we're just gonna green you up, buddy. Okay, this has nothing to do with coding at this point. This has to do with animation skill. Is he a German goblin? Why on earth does he have like the... Yeah, I swear, he looks very German. Interesting. All right, he is now the Green Goblin. Spider-Man jokes. Spider-Man jokes. Okay, all right, I'm done. Man, I am too excited today. And believe it or not, I have not had any caffeine. Isn't that a miracle? It's a miracle. So let's get into coding, people. Let us not waste any time. Let's go to events. And we're going to drag in when the green flag is clicked. Okay, so here's the truth. I'm going to put this button in the middle. I'm going to go to this dragon. I'm going to flip him around super fast. There we go. I'm going to shrink him down to 40%. Put him in the corner. Okay, now this green button's in the middle. We're going to just switch things around, drag them so that they look good. In the background? Yeah, what background should we do? I'm actually just going to paint a background. And I'm just going to use the paint bucket, convert it to bitmap, and we are just going to go, we're just going to go with like a very deep dark red. Let's see if, ooh, I don't think that looks good. What if we do a super light, like barely red? Does that work? Or do we just stick to white? What if we do kind of like a gradient? You can do a gradient. So if you want to do a gradient, you click up here. And you can like do different colors and stuff. So let's just go from this like pale green yellow thing to like this pale, I don't know, this is probably gonna look terrible. It does. And then congratulations, James, it looks terrible. Mr. Thor. Man, I keep calling myself by my first name. I gotta give myself some respect. Okay. Let's go to like a hard yellow. And let's go to like a deep red. Okay, let's go. Worse. Definitely worse. I might just give up. We might just go to... That looks too saturated. You know what? We're giving up. We're giving up. We're going back to white. We'll change it later, people. We'll change it later. I'll need your help changing it. Let's go back to the code. I'm gonna go on the button. Okay, the button is gonna be my main sprite. You are going to have a similar sprite where you add all your code. Let's go ahead and add in when the green flag is clicked. That's under events. So it's gonna be the yellow one on the left side. You click on events. Okay. We don't have a ton of time left, so I want to make sure that we all get to this point when the green flag is clicked. Okay. When the sprite is clicked. Now, this is just going to, these are triggers. Think of these like triggers. Then go down to the variables. Okay, and we are going to click on make a variable. Variables is going to be the orange section here. Deep breaths. Go to variables, click on make a variable. And we're going to make it green points. I think so. Green points, indeed. And green points, they're just going to be hanging out up top. Just hanging out up top, okay? And when we click on the green button again, now we're going to drag this in. Set green points to 0 and change green points by 1, okay? If you mix these up, it ain't going to work. You're never going to get more than 0 points. So we want to make sure that you can get some points, okay? So the way that you're going to do that is you are going to put change green points by 1 underneath the sprite is clicked. Now watch what happens when I click the green flag. It goes to 0. And when I click on the button, it gives me points. So if you look at it close, I can click anywhere on this button. If I click off the button, it doesn't do anything. If I click on the button, it does. It gives me points, okay? Everybody, once you've got to this point, type in the chat, I made it. Type in the chat, I made it, I'm done. I'm finished. I am the hero. Whatever you want to type in the chat once you have completed this on your main sprite. And then we'll go ahead and move from there. All right, let me know when you're done. Put it in the chat. Zanera's done. Farnaz, da. What is da? Did I say da or something? Vivian. Nailed it. Yeah, you can change it by any increment you want. Okay, so once everyone's at this point, we're going to... Okay, bunches of toys. I guess you could tell me what your name is, but what you're going to do is the sprite is clicked button. So you go to events, and it's the third one down. It's this one. That was the German goblin saying, yeah. Da. Jawohl. That's what they say, right? My dad speaks German. I don't. I speak Russian, believe it or not. Crazy, right? But not German. Okay, so that's where you find it. When the sprite is clicked, you just drag that bad boy in. Okay? Duh. All right, you know what? I'm going to go to the goblin, and I'm just going to have him forever saying... Duh. So now the goblin is just like forever saying duh. So it's official. It's canon. Okay, so now we're back on the, I only have this stage. All right, so Ferrari, yeah, you have to add a sprite. So you choose any sprite, it doesn't matter. And then you can add the code to that sprite. Otherwise, you're not going to see all the code blocks. And you have to like click on the sprite. Because like, think of a sprite as like a new chapter of a book. So like, this is a chapter, this is a chapter. It's a bad analogy, but like every sprite is going to have its own instructions, its own, its own code. So that's how you do it, Ferrari. Perfect. I'm going to save. All right. So now, like, everybody, once you're to this point, you are done. Like, you're finished. We're done early. But here's the thing. Like, you've got a video game, but it's boring. Like, let's be honest. Like I taught you to do something cool, and you can get points, but, like, nothing happens, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to set up what's called a trigger. And it's basically going to like make different things do different things. So like this dragon up here, we're going to send it flying back and forth. This penguin, we're going to do something to it. The German cute little goblin maybe is going to say something else. Who knows? The car is going to do something. The frog's going to do something. The tennis ball is going to start doing something. Okay. So the more points that they get, the more other stuff happens. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm glad you got it, Ferrari. I do want this to be interactive. I mean, feel free to chat as much as you want. I'm just not, don't spam it. Okay, so now I need suggestions. Well, let's just start with the dragon, okay? So now you can add in other sprites, and you can follow along. You don't have to. It's a free country. But what we're trying to do is create interest, make things like a little bit more interesting. I think, what I'm going to do is I am going to play the sound pop when I click this. So now I get a little, I get feedback for when I get points. So you can include a sound if you want. You can even include background music if you want, which I don't think we're going to get to today. But the dragon can breathe fire, right? It's a costume C. Let me go ahead and flip them. Okay, so I think that's a great thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up these variables, and I want to keep all the code on the screen, but I'm gonna do another one. So I'm gonna drag in a when the green flag is clicked button again. I'm gonna go to control, drag in a forever loop, and drag in an if then statement. Okay. So make sure to drag these in, and then also go to operators. And then I am going to say if it's equal to. I'm going to drag this. And then I am going to have my green points. And we're going to actually put all of these together. Okay? So watch very carefully. Put this in here, put this in here, put this in here. Okay? So I did that. Now the interesting thing is you could put it here or here. It actually doesn't matter. And I'm going to set this to, like, I don't know, let's say 10. Let's say 10. And now what this is going to do is it's going to trigger. It's going to trigger something. And it's going to trigger the dragon starting to breathe fire. okay? So we're going to say if the number of green points is equal to 10, then we're going to send a message. So we're going to broadcast a message 1, but we're going to call it, we're just going to call it dragon. All right. This is going to make sense, but messages are ways for sprites to talk to each other. Think of it like that. So it's going to broadcast dragon. And then I'm going to go back to control, and I'm going to scroll down and then put stop this script. And I'm hoping that won't break the game. We'll find out if it will. And then I'm going to let y'all copy this. Excuse me. I'm going to let y'all copy this. But this is what it needs to look like. And we're going to do this over and over and over again. So this is the most important code that you're going to be learning today. But basically it says whenever you click the green flag, it's going to activate this code. And what it's doing is it's checking. Forever, it's checking, hey, are the green points 10 yet? Are they 10? Now it's 10, so it's going to trigger this. It's going to broadcast that dragon message and stop the script. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to take this stop the script out. I think I changed my mind. I'm just going to, wait 2 seconds. I think that's what I'm going to do instead. I just want to make sure I'm not breaking the code, giving you glitches. Okay, so I'm going to move on here. So it's interesting. When I'm going to dragon, it says when I receive dragon. So now I'm clicked on the dragon, okay? I'm not clicked on the button anymore. I'm clicked on dragon. When I receive dragon, I am going to say, check out these flames for 4 seconds. And then what's it going to do? It's going to switch costume to next. It's going to just do next costume. And basically forever. So let's see if this works, okay? Check out these flames. And wait for it. Wait, what's happening? Oh, you know why? That's because I haven't clicked anymore. So if you click like 11, then maybe... Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Oh, dear. Okay, you know why it looks like that? A couple of reasons. Number one, we're not putting in any wait command here. So if we put like a 0.2 wait command, then that looks a little bit better. But the problem is with the costumes. So if we go in here, I think we should just delete this. And we should duplicate this. Okay, so here we have the fire. So on one of them, we want the fire to like not be there. Holy cow. So I'm gonna actually rotate the head. So it goes. So then let me actually make this bigger just so we can see it for now. Here's like, so you see that like there's like some movement going on. I'm gonna duplicate this one. And I'm gonna rotate the head a little bit further down. And I am going to make the fire bigger, and I'm going to rotate it here. All right, and I'm going to duplicate it again, and I'm going to rotate it just a tiny bit more. And then I'm gonna like just cause it to be like so huge. See that? So that is something that you can do if you right click on stuff or you do 2-finger click. Thank you so much, Sarah. You're awesome. Then you can duplicate these things and make cool effects. So Vivian, friggin' excellent job with your suggestion. So now what happens is I'm going to shrink this dragon. I'm going to name the dragon Vivian. Because, you know, to honor our friend. So when we start the, okay, let's go back to the code so you can see what's going on here. I'm going to actually do 1.15 or just 0.1. By reducing the wait time, it'll go through the costume quicker. Okay, so we have the dragon here. We have, but here's the thing. I want the first costume. So I'm going to go back to the looks and I'm going to say switch costume to, like, I guess the first dragon. Yeah, this is I should just say dragon 1 and then dragon 2, dragon 3, and dragon 4. Wait, what? Dragon 4. Okay. So that way it makes sense. So like switch costume to dragon 1. That way at the beginning, this dragon is not breathing fire, right? Because you want it to be kind of boring but more interesting when they start getting points. So watch what happens. I click points. I'm going up. Check out these flames. And then boom, 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 right? So this dragon is just like constantly breathing fire, which is pretty tight, in my opinion. So that's what the dragon's doing. Now, here's the cool thing. What you can do is right click on this. So we're back to the button. Okay. So we're going to duplicate this and we're going to say at 20 points, then we're going to broadcast a new message. And I think we're going to call this one, frog. Okay, people, what should I do to the frog? You got like 3 minutes to tell me. Should I make it disappear? Should I make it fly around the screen? What should I do? So I'm going back to this frog. I'm saying when I receive frog, then it's going to do something. What should I have the frog do? So let me go back so you can copy this. But basically, you're just like duplicating. And you can do this as many times as you want. Eat a fly. Say a joke. Yeah. Make it pop. Like a balloon. Rip frog. You guys are mean. All right, we're going to make the frog pop. No, we're going to make it eat a fly and then pop. You guys are wild, and I am not helping. Okay. So we're going to go up here, delete the frog's tongue for number 1. Then for number 2, we're going to put the tongue like, hold on. We're going to duplicate it again. But then this one, the tongue's going to be like halfway. And then it's going to be here. But there's going to be like a little, I guess like a little black fly, I guess. It's just going to be like a tiny dot, honestly. If I'm being honest. Okay. It's just like, oh, this is terrible looking. Sorry. Sorry for all you artists out there who are actually good at this kind of thing. Okay, there's your fly. It's gonna count. It's gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate this, and then, oops. I'm gonna drag the select tool. 5 minutes left. I'm nervous. Okay, so then the frog sticks it with his tongue. And then I'm going to duplicate it again. And then it's going to like, I'm going to select both of these, and I'm gonna like bring them in. Yeah. Um. Oh dear, that looks bad. He needs to have like this part like open up, I feel like. There we go. This looks so terrible. It'll work though. It's gonna work. Just gonna delete that. There we go. Oh, this looks so silly, people. Oh, what? Okay, that's why I was confused. All right. It's because, like, there's a weird outline. Okay, now I'm so confused. No, stop. There we go. I don't know. I don't know if this is making it look any better. Okay, this looks so weird. Stop moving the whole thing. All right, y'all. This is proven to be like more difficult than I thought. Oh, no. Okay, we'll just do that. And then we're going to duplicate. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this one again. But this time, we're going to delete this stuff. Because he's just like, he's Happy Frog now. And then I'm going to delete his eyes real quick. And I'm just going to put, just like happy black lines for his eyes. Like he just ate the, there we go. He just ate the fly, so he's like happy. All right. Well, that took more work than I thought, actually. But same thing like the dragon, we are going to, when the green flag is clicked, click on looks. Switch costume to frog 1. And then when it receives frog, he's going to switch to the next costume. And he is going to do that forever. Okay? So let's see. Again on the button, he's going to broadcast frog on 20 points, okay? And then you can like infinitely do more things, and you can make new messages like goblin and whatever, and you can send these messages and trigger all these different effects. So let's go ahead. Let's do a final test. Pop, 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 pop. Check out these flames. And then so it's breathing fire, and then we're going to get up to 20. And oh my goodness, he's eating the flies so fast. We're going to have to put in a delay. Okay, so we put in wait. Let's say like 0.1 seconds maybe. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like. Oh, that is cute. Look at that. Look at that happy little frog. So that's pretty cute. You could have the car peeling out. You could have the penguin like hatching an egg. You could have the tennis ball just bouncing around the classroom. Look, we have 1 minute left. People. Definitely follow me. I'm Speedy Thor. You can see kind of in the top right hand corner. Maybe not. Right here, Speedy Thor. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat. Feel free to follow me on Scratch. Yeah, so Coder Kids, we're a company. We teach kids how to code computers. You just learned how to code. You just learned how to make your own little video game. This is a very, very basic one. We get much more complicated in our other classes because we have more time. And it's a lot more collaborative, too. And it's not just one way like this one is. It's more interactive where you're sharing your screen and showing me your projects. So if you do click on my profile up here, let me zoom back out. You can comment at the bottom, and you can share your project with me. I would love it if you would comment and share your project with me. So that'd be really great, mean a lot to me. If you do have any questions, feel free to, if you're a parent anyway, to send me an email, james@coderkids.com. I just put that in the email. There, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do podcast. We have a podcast. We're 32 episodes into it right now. We have YouTube videos that relate to kid-friendly game reviews. So we talk about video games and if they're safe for kids. We do a lot of stuff. But if you have any questions about how to get deeper into coding, what free resources are, anything like that, please send me an email at james@coderkids.com. And all right, Jessica. But other than that, giant, big honking thank you to Fort Bend and all that y'all have done, and the community program that got the grant for this and hosted this. I'm glad that we could bring this to you on a Saturday, a week after, everybody's pipes froze and we couldn't be together. I'd love to see you in person someday, but as it is, this is, what we had. Other than that, y'all are awesome, and I thank you for your patience. And if you have any other questions, feel free to type them in the chat. Thank you, Arjun. But other than that, I'm just here as a resource to help you and to help your kids learn coding. And if there's anything I can do, like that is what I live for. That's what I want to do. And so, yeah, just let me know. We also have summer camps on our website, coderkids.com. And I'll post that there too. But again, just giant shout out to Diane, Sikander, to Success Zone, to Fort Bend Community Education. It really means a lot. So, yeah, that's it, people. That's it. I really hope you had a great one, and I know that I sure did. So, I guess that's it. I'll see you later. I'll end the stream, but if you guys like this and want another stream, let me know. All right.